Hello my dear friends, you're on the Military Summary channel, and today we will discuss the situation in Ukraine on the 24th of March. Today we got a lot of very interesting news and a lot of interesting information. And first we will start from the town named Berdyansk. This is the town under the Russian control, and this town is located in the Zaporozhye region. It's on the right side of Kherson and on the left side from the town named Mariupol. The distance between Berdyansk port and the Mariupol, the closest point where the Ukrainian forces located, is 58 kilometers or 36 miles. And today, from the very morning, we got information that Ukrainian forces attacked the port in Berdyansk. How it was. Ukrainian forces in Mariupol, they are using the operational tactical rocket. In Russian they are called Точка U. If we will translate it into English, it sounds something like point U. This rocket may fly more than 150 kilometers, and you saw that the distance between two cities is less than 60 kilometers. So Ukrainian forces, they were waiting, and Berdyansk, it's a very big port, and they are using this port as a logistic and supply center. As you can see, there are a lot of roads. One road moved to the Melitopol, is the town under Russian control, and they are bringing from this port to this town some products. There is a road to north to the front line where Russians in Vasilievka and another towns are standing against the Ukrainian forces, and there is a road to Mariupol, which is under siege or around 2 weeks. So it's very important port, and Russians, they are using we are calling them BDK, which means in English big marine ships. This morning there were 3 of them near this port. 3 of them. On this picture you can see a photo of 2, and the third one is in the port. So what did happen? These 3 ships at the same time they came to the port, and they were all of them were almost near the beach of this port. Ukrainian forces, of course, I think they got some information from Britain or American intelligence. They saw this and they made made an attack. And there are few versions what was next. According to the official Russian position, Ukrainian forces, they launched the operational tactical rocket Point U, which were destroyed in the sky. But some parts of this rocket fell on one of this ship, and there was a fire. After that, there was a fire on the ship, and some ammo detonated, and that ship was blown up. The other two ships, the Russians didn't want to risk with other 2 ships, and they were given order to leave this port. And according to the information I got, on another ship there was also fire, but the team of this ship managed to extinguish the fire. What is this ship? BDK, big marine ship. It's a very big ship. Russian forces use this ship to drop supplies and vehicles from the ports in Russian Federation. You see that this is the port. So I can say that they're using few ways how to support this territory. One way, they're using Crimea bridge and the Crimea and the railroad station, and they're moving all their cargo into this region. Another very important logistics center is Berdyansk. They bring to this town all necessary things to continue their special operation. And they are using this BDK, this big marine ship. One big marine ship can take on the board around 300 troops and a very big amount of vehicles, armored vehicles, tanks, and so on. Just one, and we can say that this is a very big victory of Ukrainian forces and very big success in this territory, because there are not much such big transport ships in Russian Federation in this sea, and losing one of them is a very big damage. Also today, first, since the beginning of this special operation, we got information from official Russian sources that they took town Izium. Not just the north part, but also they are saying that they took the south part of Izium. These days there were a very big drama in this area. Russians, they were trying to attack Izium many times, and they lost a lot of, according to Ukrainian official sources, they lost a lot of forces in this town. Russians, they are not saying about the real losses, but they were fighting here more than 2 weeks, so we can say that they have losses as well. What is important in this town Izium? I try to discover more benefits of this territory. As far as you can see, watching on this map, of course, the main benefit is its situation. Town Izium is located between these. You see, this blue line is the river, so it's very easy to protect this part of the city. This part is under total Russian control, and this part was under Ukrainian control till this day. And according to the Russian forces information, they start to control this town, and this city might become a very good block post and very good base for the further operation of Russians on the south. You see that if Russians could take this territory and establish here their base, there would be no possibility for Ukrainians to take the city back, because the only one way to attack the city would be from the south, and we know that Russians, they have a lot of artillery tanks and so on, so it would be just impossible to attack this town in front. The only one way was to ruin this city at all. But this is not the only one, of course. What is the other benefits of this town? I also told it about this in my previous video, that this river, Seversky Donetsk, this is a very long river. You see that this river starts here. You see that on this map, you can see this very well, and this river goes very far to the south, even here. So it's a very big river, and there are not much bridges which you can use to cross this river. And Russians, they didn't attack this town like in front from this part of bridges. They built something like pontoon bridges here. They went on this territory, and then they cut off this road, and we can see the same situation on the other Russian sources map. There is little differences, and we discussed this as well, that this map is showing that they have a lot of territories like on the west, and this map showed that they have just the territory cutting off this town from the rest of Ukraine. But there is another one very important benefit of this south part of town Izium, and I just discovered for myself, and I was very surprised. And was the main problem for Russians, why they couldn't take this city long time ago. And this benefit has name. It's rock Kremenets. It's not a big rock, just 218 meters above the sea, the level of the sea. But now I will show you the one image, and then you will understand everything, how much this rock is important for both sides. This is the view from the rock. This is on the right side. This is the place. This is the rock. This is this hill, we can say, where Ukrainian forces established their eyes. The town on the north, that is very far. This is the territory which under control of Russians. On this map, this is this red line. This is that rock. This is it, and from this rock. This is rock on the right side. We can see the north part of Izium. This is north part of Izium. But to tell the truth, from this rock you can control more than 10 kilometers, so you can see everything. So of course it was very difficult for Russians to take this town, because Ukrainians, they saw all their movements in 10 kilometers along. So this rock is very important. Imagine yourself what would be if Russians will be able to take this rock. They will be able to see everything in the distance. We can even count, let's say, at least 12 kilometers. That's a lot. You see how much that's very, very long, very far, and you can see your enemy, and of course it's very good and nice position. So that's why both sides were fighting for this town so much. So a lot of benefits. Let's discuss one more time. A very nice position between two rivers. You can establish a very good base. Another logistic center. You see that there is a road that leads exactly and right into the Russian Federation. You see this land. So and now we are in Russia, and this road is totally under Russian control. There is no like problems and no harm from Ukrainian soldiers and so on. Another benefit, the place also between two rivers, connection with Russian Federation, and this big rock which allow you to control the territory around the city in 10 kilometers. And the most important, that these controlling the city allow you to cross this river Seversky Donetsk, and now it's like something like a big hole, black hole in Ukrainian defense, because from this black hole Russians can get here as much as possible: vehicles, armor, tanks, armored vehicles, troops, support, supplies, and so on. And so what I'm trying to say, that of course, as soon as Russians cut off this South Izium from the rest of Ukraine, and Ukrainians, they understood that they have a very bad things, they started to prepare a big army in the south. Very big army. There was also a lot of troops. There were also a lot of tanks, a lot of armored vehicles, artillery. Of course, they attacked Russians, and they wanted them to go back on that side of the river and to deblocate this south of Izium. But Russians were expecting this attack. Of course, it was a part of plan, and the result of Ukrainian attack was almost the total destroy of Ukrainian army. Almost total 100% destroy of Ukrainian army. And what was next? Ukrainians, they start to retreat, they start to run from this place, and Russians, they start to attack them, follow them. And according to information I got from the internet, from the open source, from some specialists, Russians managed to follow after Ukrainians till town Barvinkovе. Till this town, imagine yourself, they were there. Ukrainians, they prepare army, some attack dagger, and they started the operation. They was totally destroyed, and they ran away, and Russian managed to push them till town Barvinkovе. Imagine yourself where they were and where they're now. So this territory, I can't say that this territory is under total Russian control, because the battle, the clashes, the heavy clashes was just yesterday and the day before yesterday, and even today in the morning Russians told that they just took this town. But this territory, these roads now are under Russians, and they can move. This Barvinkovе is blockaded, or they just freeze the forces there to allow Russian forces to regroup in this territory, so they will be able to prepare their defense line somewhere here. Because from Izium to the heart, I'm saying, I will repeat myself, from Izium to the heart of Ukrainian forces in this area is just 51 kilometers. Imagine yourself, 51 kilometers from Izium till Kramatorsk. Kramatorsk is the head of Ukrainian forces in Donbass. I can't even imagine myself what Ukrainians are planning to do. The only thing I know that they start to take almost all their reserves, and they drop their reserves to the north, trying to deblocate this very fast growing army on the Izium territory and on this side of the Seversky Donetsk river. So Ukrainian on this front line situation are very critical. So we will see what's going to be next. So thank you for your watching. Thank you very much. Subscribe my channel. Subscribe Telegram channel. There are a lot of news, a lot of video from Mariupol, from almost ruined and destroyed Mariupol. Also on the channel you can find the video of attack on this Berdyansk port and destroying of this ship, and many other interesting things. So subscribe my channel and enjoy your day. Thank you very much.